Hey everyone, I am Ashley Nate back for another Talk Real Estate Tuesday, and I am here to bring you all the information and facts about something that is on everybody's mind after yesterday, and that is property tax assessment. Everybody has questions. I've been seeing a lot of what we'll call misunderstanding out there. So I did the heavy lifting for you. I did the digging, and I'm here to bring you all the details that you need to know to hopefully provide some clarity to that paper you got in the mail yesterday. So we're going to talk about why the property tax assessments went up. We're going to talk about what impact this has on your tax bill. And then for those of you who still want to, we'll talk about what your options are if you did want to contest that amount. So first of all, let's just start with the why. So properties are assessed every 2 years on odd years. So what happened these past 2 years? Well, there was unprecedented appreciation in market value. So what is happening with these assessments is that the assessments are catching up to what the true market value is after those few years of rapid appreciation. So I've noticed personally over the years that the assessed values were always way off from the market value. For example, I'd have people say that home's only assessed for XYZ, but they have it on the market for that, implying that they were way overpricing their home. But the fact of the matter is that the assessment was just way out of touch with what the actual market value is. And I've been seeing that's been the case for several years now. Another example, just me knowing real estate and knowing how to value properties and what they might sell for. If I look at my own primary residence, I mean, I can tell you point blank that our assessed value currently is just silly. Our house appraised when we did a refi like 2-3 years ago for 50,000 over what the assessed value is. So I hope that kind of helps show like there's just a stark difference in what the assessed values and what the true market value is, and that's what's happening is they're trying to bring those up. Now stay with me because we are going to get to why you don't need to panic about this, but before we get to that, look, real estate is an appreciating asset. That is a good thing. That's why people buy real estate. You're building equity. That's what we want. In regards to assessments, another thing that I've heard people say is, oh, my house went up this much and I haven't even done anything to it. Yeah, exactly. You can get appreciation on your real estate that you own by not even doing anything. If you renovate it, then that's called forced appreciation. That can make your value go up even faster. And isn't that what we want? Don't we want the properties that we own to go up in value and give us more equity? So from what I've gathered from a lot of posts that I've seen is like a lot of people truly don't know how valuable that your home is. Could some of them be overvalued with this new assessment? Possibly. But a lot of you, that value, if you're going, whoa, that's actually what your house is worth now. I'm telling you, we've had some crazy appreciation. So keep in mind that is a good thing. Now, that being said, I understand the concern for, whoa, it went up this much. How is that going to affect my taxes then? Well, here's the deal. If your assessment went up by 25%, that does not mean that your taxes are going to go up by 25%. Again, I repeat, if your assessment went up by X percentage, 15, 20, 25, that does not mean that your monthly tax bill is going to go up by that amount. Taxable value and assessed value are not synonymous. Those are two completely different things. So your taxes are based on a value that's determined by the auditor, which they apply what's called a rollback percentage. This has not been determined yet, but basically the rollback percentages, those vary each year. And the rollback is an adjustment that the state makes to limit the increases in taxable value of Iowa property. And so, going off kind of my notes here, I want to get you all the good facts. And so what this does is it limits how much property taxes can rise in a single year. Iowa law restricts that growth of aggregate taxable value to 3% of an increase. 3%. So your taxes are not going up by 25%. We don't know how much they may go up by. But that 3% is that max according to Iowa law. And we're waiting to see what the actual rollback percentage is. My guess would be it's probably going to be a record year for what the rollback is because the assessments jumped so much. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong on that. But again, your assessed value is not your taxable value. And so when they apply that rollback percentage, you'll see your taxable value. That's what your actual taxes are based on. And again, you're not going to be seeing a 20-25% increase. That is just not accurate. So if you go, and you're not going to be able to see this very well, but for example, if you were to go to the assessor website and pull up your address, just Google your county name and then assessor, you should be able to find it. A lot of them use something called Beacon. And if you go on there and you scroll down, again, you're not going to be able to see this very well, but scroll down to where it says valuation, and then beneath that you see taxation. So here's where my assessed value is up here. Down here where it says gross taxable value, there's where your taxable value is. So again, I can see here that taxable value is limited to only go up so much. So even if your assessed value went up by 20%, your taxable value is only going to be able to go up so much because of that rollback. So I hope that like the two biggest takeaways here are that number one, the reason why your assessments are going up is because there's been unprecedented depreciation and the assessed value has not matched what the true market value is for a few years now. So what they're trying to do is bring the assessed value up so that they actually reflect what a market value would be. Okay, so that is why that is happening. Appreciation in a home is a good thing. We want that to happen. Now, number two thing to take away from this is that, again, you are not going to be seeing a 25% increase in your taxes. You're just not. Okay, so hopefully we dispel this myth. Another myth to dispel also is that this is happening statewide. All right. So this isn't something that is only limited to Warren County or only limited to Indianola. I know we love to fight about the courthouse here, but this has nothing to do with the courthouse. All right. So another myth to dispel. So all that being said, the last thing I want to say is if you see that value and you do still, get a phone call here. There we go. If you see that value and you still feel like it is way out of line with what you believe your value to be, you can still fight it. And I'm just going to give instructions for Warren County that were given. In Warren County, what you can do is you can contact the assessor up to April 25th to request an informal review. And then after that, if you are still not satisfied, then you can file a protest up through April 30th. And if you do this, something to know though, is that if you do this, you need to have good documentation to prove your case. So that means providing good comparable properties that actually demonstrate that your home is valued too high. You can't just submit, a protest because, I haven't even done anything to this home. There's no way. It went up this much in this many years. There's just no way. Saying there's no way is not proof. So keep in mind that if you submit that, you're going to have some proof. May some of them that be off, and may some of you have a very solid case? Yeah, sure, you might. So go for it. But keep in mind, again, you need to provide that evidence. And another little tip that I've seen in some investor groups, things that people have said, beyond just the value itself, go on the assessor site and make sure that everything is accurate. You'll be more likely to get a correction if you find an error. So it says that you're a 3-bedroom when you're really actually only a 2-bedroom, or it has the square footage wrong, or whatever it may be. Keep that in mind too, and take a look at that page and make sure that there's no errors on there, because that's another thing to bring to the table if you did want to fight what your assessment is. So anyways, I hope that helps provide some clarity. I hope that provides some a little bit of relief also to kind of know the facts of the matter, and that your tax bill is not going to be going up 25%, and there is a pretty good reason why the assessed values have gone up, because they've just not been right these past few years. But if you have other questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you want me to value your home and come in and do a valuation, then reach out to me. I'm happy to do that. I'm going to put this information in text format too, just so that that's out there in another way on my page. So sometime today or tomorrow, I'll get that up there too for those of you that don't prefer to get your information via a video of me rambling facts at you. But anyways, again, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.